Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina wa Mawlana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi barik sallim salli alayhi. Inshallah, today the topic we are doing the rights and the responsibilities of the daughters. So first we will talk about inshallah the rights of the daughters. Then after that we'll talk about the responsibilities of the daughters. And you're probably thinking that what do we have to say here then? You know, in future may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with the daughters. You will have wives, you have sisters at home, you have mothers as well at home. So you should know that what their rights are and what are their responsibilities according to that. I tell you, adopt your religion completely. You know, there is this ayat is for you, this ayat is for everyone, that you have to adopt your religion completely. There is no that Imam Sahib cannot do this, but I cannot do this. There is no I can have my one leg outside the circle of Islam and one in. Whenever I want to do something, I can do it. When I don't want to, no. Soon you say, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lahu wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. At that time, that point, the person he basically signed the contract with the company of Islam that we are going to, I am going to actually adopt all the terms and conditions of Islam, inshallah. So Islam came and granted rights to women as daughter, mother, sister, and wife. Islam also created some responsibilities, duties for them too. So you have rights and you have responsibilities. The women, what they do, they only say, Imam Sahib, what are my rights? That goes with parents as well. They say, Imam Sahib, tell my son, my daughter, what are my rights? Rights, theek hai, that's fine. Your responsibilities are theek hai, that's fine. What are their rights as well? Basically, your responsibilities towards them. So everyone is, you know, thinking about their rights, but not many people know about their responsibilities. As ayat says, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Udkhulu fi silmi kaffa." You all enter in Islam completely. There is no if and but. I can't read this namaz, I can't read this namaz. I cannot cover myself, Imam Sahib, I can't do this. You have to cover yourself. Islam is saying, you know, there's some things Islam has not given no choice to you. No choice at all. Like scarf, you have to put the scarf on. There is no like, no Imam Sahib, but there is no but. The few things, 5 times prayer, I cannot read namaz. You have to read namaz. There is no, but why Allah gave a 5? You know, you can ask for hikmah behind it. There is a hikmah behind that. What is wisdom behind it? Allah wants me to wake up in the morning and He doesn't want me to go to sleep until I read Isha. Yeah, ask hikmah, but you cannot say, no, Imam Sahib, why there are 5 namaz? I don't want to read Fajr and Isha, I can only read 3. You have to fulfill every single aspect of life, Islamic life, whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has commanded you. Now, the rights of daughters, equal rights. Islam gave equal rights to women as men and described that there is no discrimination against them. Equal right, not in everything equal rights. They have got equal rights, inshallah we'll talk about that. Equal right, basically, she must not be abused either physically or emotionally. This is where it's equal rights. You cannot abuse your son. Same as that, you cannot abuse your daughter as well. You cannot, you know, emotionally abuse, I'm talking about. Physically you're not abusing. Emotionally you're abusing your daughters, especially when it comes to marriage. No, you have to marry this boy, the one we are telling you. The amount of love parents give to sons, you have to give it to daughters as well. This is where they have equal rights. Look, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to stand up whenever Hazrat Fatima radiyallahu anha would come in the room. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would stand up. For Fatima Zahra radiyallahu anha. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam lineage is going on. The Sayyid lineage is going on in this dunya. From Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's from Hazrat Fatima Zahra radiyallahu anha. Fatima Zahra's sons, they are running the lineage of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah's son all passed away in his life. Daughters passed away in his life. Only one daughter survived. Hazrat Fatima Zahra radiyallahu anha. So this is where the lineage started. So we have to be very careful when it comes to daughters. Equal rights. Equal rights, as I mentioned before, the amount of love you give to your daughter, you have to give it to your son. Once a Sahabi came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and he said, Ya Rasulullah, I want to give a camel to my son, but I want you to come and you give him behalf of me. More barakah. Rasulullah said, how many sons do you have? How many children do you have? And then, Ya Rasulullah, I have 2 children. He said, what are you giving it to other one? He said, I'm not giving anything to other one. I do not want to participate in this oppression. You are not giving anything to other one. You only give it to this one. Give something to that son too. It's going to break his heart. So you have to be equal with everyone. Let's say birthday comes. You know, if you buy something for your son, that's fine. Other ones, it's not his birthday, but buy something for him as well. He'll be sitting there and thinking, man, I don't have anything. Even though I know it's not my birthday, but kids are kids. They will try to snatch things. Love them equally. When you're buying things for them equally, it's not equal thing. Next to no, if you want to buy clothes, so both of, you know, you've probably seen as well in your houses. You know, when your kids are going to get married, they're going to tell their husbands. Maybe girls, many girls, they talk about this. Then, no, whenever me and my sister used to go out, my sister used to get good clothes. I never used to get good clothes. My brother used to get good shoes. When he came to me, my parents never, you know, did justice with me. I don't like my parents. You know, you'll be questioned the day of judgment. How come you didn't do justice? Both children, either they are daughters or they are sons. Equal right to both of them. Now, daughters' education we'll talk about. Daughters' education. Educating them and training them for tomorrow all comes under the responsibility of parents to their daughters. You know, nowadays you have to, you know, educate your daughters like you educate your sons. You know, we concentrate on our sons' education more than daughters. Come to me and ask me, when husband leaves wives, what happened to them? Now listen to this very carefully. इस मेरी बात को सुने बड़े ध्यान से सारे कि 2 दिन पहले, not last night, पिछली रात नहीं, not last night, before last night, I got messages, at least 7 voice messages, a woman, 7 voice messages. And when 7 voice messages come, I always send the message, please brother, I don't have a sister, I don't have time to listen to all these messages. Please summarize them in a 3-minute message because I've got 100 in the queue. I'm not going to listen to all your messages then give. Mainly, all the messages is a story, and the last message is going to be question. But somehow I started listening to them. First time it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and my tears were rolling down. She was crying, the pain she's going through. That I come from back home. When I was only 15, I got married. Now I don't. She's 30 or 35. Now my husband is leaving me. He never let me go out. I'm not educated person. I don't know anything. I never been to even shop to buy bread or something. They never let me go out. Anyone dies, this is when they let me go to someone's house. That's all I know. My house and that house. I don't know anything. Now my kids are not even giving me, supporting me. Now I'm looking for a council house. I don't even know how to get to the council house, which bus to take, mom. So they're not even helping me that much. She was, the way she was crying. If I send you the message, the way she was crying, you could, you know, tell she's crying from her heart. She's crying. I don't know where I'm gonna go. The depression she was going through, the way she was talking, her voice was shaking. Because I started crying, and I messaged her. I said, "You made me cry." And yesterday she messaged me. Yesterday she was crying. I said, "Mom, I don't know what to do." She had no question. She had no. I didn't know who shall I go and talk to. And I'm not really, you know, that person that on TikTok, but somehow someone told me talk to this person, and I'm just talking to. That's the reason. I don't know what to do. What shall I do? Where shall I go? Basically, the point I'm trying to make is that educate your daughters tomorrow. If husband, when they leave them, at least they have job or degree or something there, they can support themselves, because government, they're not paying that much. So they at least have something. Like normally what I always suggest, become a teacher. For Asian girls, Muslim girls, become a teacher. Teacher or teacher assistant TA, something you do it. I've done it to my wife as well. I sent her to Tafid College. I like to go and do something. Why? Because it's not because I want you to do job. No. Tomorrow if I'm not here, then what? How are you going to support yourself? You're going to work in call centers and other Tesco and all these 2 jobs? No. Become something. Have something with you, so that you can work with the time, with the kids' time. When they go to school, you go to work. When they come home, you come home. Holidays, you are home with them. This is the best way to do it, especially for Muslim girls. So it's parents' responsibility to train your children. Don't just send them to just the schools. Don't just send them to colleges. Send them to uni as well. Of course, go and drop them off and pick them up, because it is your responsibility to look after them. Don't just leave them in campus, especially when they are, let's say, more than 5 miles away. And people say, no, Imam Sahib, don't be extreme. Time is changed. We know very well how time is changed. We know very, you don't know how time is changed. Time is changed into good way or in a bad way. Time is changed in a bad way. I'm doing Hajj. After Hajj, I went to Medina. My building was not very far from Masjid al-Nabawi. There's another building closer to Masjid al-Nabawi. One woman got raped there. On her own, she came to do Hajj. How we found out? Because they caught the guy, and the next Friday they were going to chop his head off. You know, Saudi Arabia, that's what they do. I couldn't go to see. Why? Because my uncle was with me. He's heart patient. So he said, I can't go and I can't see all these things. That's why you can't go. And my mom never let me go because I was only 18 at that time. You know, you're not going. I got London. But mom said, no, you can't go. That's fine. But this is what happened there. You know what happened in 4 or 5 years back? The lady was traveling from Sargodha to Lahore on her own with children. What happened on motorway with her? Things are happening. University, because Haya is finished now. Girls don't care about Haya, Sharam. Boys don't care about Muslim. Boys don't care about Haya, Sharam, adultery. That's the reason girls say, no, Imam Sahib, it's okay, everything okay. It's okay because you have no Haya left. Yeah, I'm not saying give them like that much, control them. But at least that much control you should have. Otherwise, Shaitan is out there and he can take your daughter, your son, any path. Okay, next. The more education she has, the more, of course, respect she will have in society. If your daughter or any Alme Deen you see, he has no dunyavi knowledge, no worldly knowledge. He's only Alme Deen. He won't have that much respect. He will never be able to deliver properly. Why? Because he never saw outside what is world like, what is happening in campuses, what is happening in university, colleges, how the education is given, how boys and girls interact. He doesn't know anything about dunya outside dunya. He only knows in madrasa what's happening. How can he give a good advice to the people who are going to come from college and uni? Won't be able to. But if he has good knowledge of deen and good knowledge of dunya as well, let's say he's a doctor or something, you will go to him just by Dr. Shiraz Imam Sahib is coming. Then you will say, what is doctor as well? That status level goes higher as well in the people's eyes. Yeah, he's an educated person. Yeah, the Imam Sahib, he's doctor, So when you have dunyavi knowledge, when you don't have dunyavi knowledge with dini knowledge, she can help people more. Next, when she get married, she's already trained to deal with all sorts of situations. As I mentioned before, yesterday or day before yesterday, the 1 in 3 women are single mothers. Either their husband passed away, or their husband left them. How are they going to cope with this situation? Life doesn't stop. Mortgage people are not going to come, rent people are not going to come. It's okay, that's fine. Your widow or your husband left you, that's fine, that's okay. We give you discount 20%, 30%. No one gives you no discount. She has to there and then, maybe 1 or 2 days, that's it, go to work now. You have to run around for your children. You have to do work. This is when our girls, they go in depression. They say, we had nothing, we never thought about this. But you should have thought about it before then. And when you think about these things, when you're young, not when you are 30 years old, now I want to go in adult classes or something, I'm going to learn, time is gone now, finished. Now are you going to work or are you going to go to college or uni? Well before prepare yourself. If you don't prepare yourself, you're done. As in psychology says, when you understand the game, you don't panic. If you understand the game, you don't panic. You only panic when you don't understand the game, what's happening around me. Game basically what's happening around you. Everything is upside down. My husband passed away. He was the one earning money, everything. He was the one who was doing. Now I've got nothing left now. Where shall I go? Next, they can get an education just like man. They can also support their family in difficult situations. So women can support their family in difficult situations. You can go out and work. It is jaiz for you, permissible for you. Scholar says, like I gave you example as well. Hazrat Shoaib alayhi salam's daughter, when Musa alayhi salam, when punched that guy, accidentally killed him, he left the place and went to another city. When he was sitting under the tree, it is mentioned in Quran, the whole story. 2 girls came and then he went to them, do you want anything, like any help can I do, because you guys are standing here and I can see you have a flock of sheep with you and you want to go and feed them some water from there, but some men are there, do you want me to help you, I can go and take your lambs or something. And they say, yes, our father is Shaykhun Kabirun, he is old person. They're talking about Hazrat Shoaib alayhi salam. He's prophet, the prophet daughters. The prophet daughter came out and our father is old, he cannot come out to work. That's the reason he sent both of us so that we can do job what he couldn't do. So according to this, our scholar says, yes, women can go out, but go and read about how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives the description of how they came, them 2 girls. How they came? They're walking with very modest walk. They're holding the dupatta. Their eyes are down. They're not looking everywhere. They're not talking like freely with anyone. They talk to Musa alayhi salam very nicely. They never approach Musa alayhi salam. Musa alayhi salam approached them. So these all things you have to consider when you go out and work. Like girls say, can we work? Yeah, of course you can work as long as you cover yourself properly. When I say cover yourself, that's fine. You want to cover your face, it's up to you. But in Quran, it says that your satar is, what is your satar covering? Is your whole body. You can open 3 body parts. One is your face, one is your hands up to your wrists, and your feet up to your ankles. Your ankles, some say ankles are included, but majority says ankles are included. Okay, next one is daughters Islamic education. Islam gave them rights of education. They can get an education just like men. Now, this is the question I want to ask you. How many almas do you know there are in our society? You can count them on a finger. I think we only have one here. No almas here. How many almas do you think? Almas, when I say almas, scholars, are good scholars. Not like I know knowledge because I've been watching Facebook. I've been watching for the last 10 years Facebook. I know all the hadiths. No. That's not ilm. I was called that's betartiba ilm. It's not in order. You don't even know what this hadith says and what this hadith says. Alima, when we said post scholar, she's taking questions, she's helping community, she's doing sessions. Every Ramzan she's doing lectures. That alma I'm talking about. She can help people properly. How many almas do we have? How many almas do you have in your families? Most likely none. And if they are, they've forgotten everything. Everything. Because I know girls, they done courses, all gone, finished. Boys as well. They do course, and then what they start doing? Reading Naat. This is my complaint to all the Sunni ulama. You are an alime deen. What to do with you with the Naat? He can go read Naat. Whenever I open your videos, Naat is coming out. Whenever I open a video, Naat is coming out. Why are you reading Naat all the time? Why don't I open your video and no masala comes out? Why don't I open your video and why don't you anything like why are we reading Alhamdulillah? Why are you shaking our finger on At-Tahiyat? Why is it not coming up? Why are you not telling me anything about what you have learned? What you are? Let's say you are specialist in that. You reading Naat, you reading Naat. I don't want you to listen to Naat. I want to go to Naat Khan to listen to Naat. When I come to you, your specialty is fiqh. Your specialty is hadith. You're supposed to be doing this, not all the other stuff. So girls, it's very important you teach them ilm. Plus, if any one of you have any private masala, private question, very private, you're not going to come to me. Of course, those who don't know me, they send me question. I don't know them, they don't know me, so they send me question from London or somewhere. That's fine. But girls in this community, they're not going to come to me, they ask me, I want to ask this masala. They won't come to me. If they do, maybe with all the courage, most of them won't come to me. They're committing sin. They want to go to the girl who's to a female, who's scholar. And we don't have in our community. Our job is to at least make this intention that I want to make my daughters alim. I want to make my daughter scholar, proper scholar. The next, daughters' right in inheritance. Question other you ask. Now they have right to their father's property. Daughters, they have right in their father's property. Her share is half of her brother's share in the property. So as soon father passed away, according to Quran, Mislu Hazil Unsayain. Mithlu Hazil Unsayain is basically that 2 parts to boy, 1 part to girl. Here it's not equal. Equal towards when you love them, do not abuse them, just like don't abuse your sons. You basically give them equal right. When it comes to selecting daughter, you go and ask your son. Then it's supposed to be when you're selecting your son-in-law, you're supposed to be going to your daughter, ask her that do you like this or you don't. This is very equal right. It's not like you can force your daughter to marry someone. No. Here it's not equal right. That daughter, she will get 1 part, boys get 2 parts. Like let's say father passed away, the 30,000 pounds, 20,000 will go to 1 son, and there only 1 son and 1 daughter. Father passed away, 1 son, 1 daughter. Son will get 20,000, girl will get 10,000. Simple. Now people say, but why daughter 10,000? Because husband is not under anyone's protection. Girl is always under someone's protection. If you are married, you are under the protection of your father. He has to earn for you. This is how many rights Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you many rights. That's a different thing. Nowadays, man, they don't take their responsibilities. It's their fault. They are not taking responsibility. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sought you out. As soon as you come in this dunya, Your father is the one who's your wali. He's your caretaker. He's going to pay everything for you. You don't have to do anything. Now you got married. Now your husband has to pay everything for you. If your father passed away, your brothers have to look after you. You're always under someone's protection. You don't do anything. Once you got married, your husband, he has to look after you everything. Bills, food, shelter, clothes, shoes, your nail polish, everything. It is his responsibility that he has to look after everything. This is the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put only one hissa for you. That because you're always under someone's protection, why do you need so much? Boy, he has to look after and nurture the whole family. He has to give to whole family the sustenance, bills, everything. That's the reason Allah says, give him more. For what? So that he can provide you guys back more. Whatever the hissa is going to get, he's not going to spend on himself. He's going to spend either on his wife or the daughters. He's not getting for himself. I mentioned that yesterday. If I want to live my life, I don't have family, I can get flat anywhere. I can get in a corner flat or anywhere, it's very small flat. I don't need to go in a very good area, even though the gangster there and the gunna chalan lagiyan, goliyan chalan lagiyan, so machetiyan chalan lagiyan, I don't care. Why? Because no one's going to say to me anything. If I want a good house and a good area, that is because for my wife and for my children. Husband is doing everything for you guys. If he wants a good house, good family, area, everything is only doing it for you guys. When he is at work, at least he's in peace of mind that you're taking my family safe at the back. Not for himself. So when he is getting double in inheritance, don't say that why he's getting double and I'm not getting single, or I'm getting this less and he's going more. It's because this is the reason. Yeah, that's a different thing. Your husband is not, taking your responsibility. He's, as I said, this man is not even a man. Ar-rijalu qawwamun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, man is the one who's the good maintainer, who maintains his house properly. Otherwise, he's not even a man. He's not even a man. When inheritance, wealth become inheritance. When father passes away, this is when all the wealth becomes inheritance. Wirasat, it will go to the rightful, receivers, daughters, sons. And I've seen many times, and I've got phone calls from Pakistan, especially from here as well, from Pakistan, that our brother said, no, you're not going to get anything. Nothing at all. We gave you whatever we gave you in wedding or marriage. No, that was a gift. When inheritance become inheritance, as soon father passes away, whatever wealth was under his name, in his possession, in his ownership, everything goes equal to Quran. And he cannot write will as well. There was a masla going on here alongside, I think from last 10 years. Two brothers and sister were not talking to each other. And the sister came to me. She said, this is what is going on, Imam Sahib, my house, you need to talk to my brother. And all my Inzamiya saying, Imam Sahib, the masla is going for a very long time, you don't need to involve yourself. I said, let me try if I can maybe sort the problem out. So the first thing what I asked the brother is very nice. Her brother is very nice, sister is very nice too. It's just the right person could not, give them the right advice. I asked the brother, I said, bring the will. Will which you wrote, your father wrote the will, bring the will. So will was brought to me and I checked out the will is wrong. It's invalid saying whatever he's saying. Once I die, he's wrote down the will. When I'm going to die, after my death, give that much to this person, that much to this person, that much to this person. I said the will is invalid. You cannot write a will for your sons and for your daughters. And for anyone who's already going to receive everything, according to Quran. Son is going to receive 2, he say. Daughter is going to receive 1 hissa anyway. 1 part to daughter, 2 parts to son. You can write down, give 3 parts to son. He's not going to receive 3 parts. Oh, don't give anything to daughter. She will get everything. Why? Because Quran is saying, as soon person dies, whatever wealth is in your possession and your ownership, it comes out. Why? Because you're gone, finished, done. You're going to grave now. As soon person dies, remember, as soon you die, whatever was in your ownership, on your possession, is gone out from the possession and gone to rightful owners, rightful receivers. According to Quran, your will is invalid. You cannot write will for your sons. You cannot write will for your daughters. If you want to give something to your daughters and to your sons, you have to give in your life. Because right now everything is yours. You can give everything to your son. Right? In my life I've given to him. It's yours. Take it now. Not like, no, I've given it to you, but you can't take anything. Right? You have not given to him. You're going to give it to him after death. But after death is not yours anyway. It will be given to them. according to what Quran says. And people writing wrong will, that this car is going to go to my this son, this house is going to go to my this daughter. Wrong, batil will. The will is, you can't, act on that will. The will is invalid. So I told the brother said, Imam Sahib, no one has told me for the last 10 years I've been to Pakistan here. No one told me it's wrong. And I said, go to my teacher. He will tell you. He went to a teacher. Teacher said, Qasam is invalid. It's invalid. So you have to give whatever was at the time of death of the person who died. At that time, whatever was in ownership, everything will be given equally basically according to Quran. Two yours and one to daughter. This is how it's supposed to be. You cannot write will. Yeah, if you want to give something in your life, you can give to, let's say my son, he put so much money in this house and he's the one who's running the business, everything. If I die, that everything is going to go to other sons and daughters. Yeah, write down in your life, this house is his. Why put you move in this house, start living in this house. That's fine, that's his now. In his life, you can give both. Again, don't do zulm. As I mentioned before, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, don't neglect other children. Don't just give everything to one. Yeah, you can do that. I've give, like 50,000 pounds to my daughter's wedding, everything. Then just now it's your job that give 50,000 pounds to your son as well. Because when you're going to die, more going to go towards daughter. Why? Because according to Quran. Yeah, why? So the question is that if you have not married to your wife or someone and you had sexual intercourse with her, intercourse taken place before nikah and he's born and nikah has not taken place. Now, what about that inheritance? Remember, when child is born as a waladul haram or waladul zina, they don't receive no inheritance from the father. His biological son, but they receive no inheritance from this father. Nothing at all. If he wants to give again, if he wants to give in his life, he can give. Okay, Putra, you're not going to get anything anyway. So let me just give you my this Range Rover, or my this car, or my this laptop you can have. That's fine. This is yours now. No one can take this away from him. Nowadays, very important. Make whole family sit down in a room. Either Abba marda hai, udhar piche pid mar ke sare sir paaran lagi hunde ek dua da. Lagda pata nahi ke piche khoon kharaba hone lage. Sit down. But don't, because sons are not going to come to you, daughters are not going to come to you, because they were saying, oh Abba ji aakhan ke tusi mere marne to pehle hi sare vatiara karan lap pe ho. Oh Abba ji emotional ho jaate manji te baithe. Oh pe rona lap pe mere mode. It's not about the kids. It's about they're going to fight after you. Quran says do something right now before they all start fighting. So start giving to everyone according to whatever the his size, whatever the efforts are. So inheritance has to go to rightful, receivers. Choosing husband. She has the right to choose her husband. The father is not allowed to force her to marry a certain person without her wish. Rasulullah Hadith Sharif, I mentioned the Hadith before, that Khansa bint Khizam, she came to Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and Khansa bint Khizam came to Rasulullah. She said, Ya Rasulullah, my father forced me to marry this person. Rasulullah said, why? Okay, you have full right to cancel the marriage and just go marry whoever you want to. You cannot force, it's guna, sir, because you're taking that right away. You cannot do that. I mentioned yesterday, the day of judgment, you will be standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to question you that how dare you taking someone's rights. You can't do that.
They have to only marry Muslim.
Yeah, girls can only marry Muslim. No Christian or Jews. Boys cannot get married Jew, Christian or Muslim girl. So hadith is a girl, whether she is getting married first time or she is divorced, should not be married till she is asked for her consent. It is essential to have the consent of a girl for the marriage. This is in Sahih Bukhari, Rasulullah Hadith Sharif, authentic hadith. Girls can never be forced for marrying some boy who they don't want to marry. Otherwise, the more you force, the more you becoming gunegar. It's just like asking someone, your daughter, you cannot read namaz. No, you cannot read namaz. It's not your right, it's her right. And girls can clearly and completely say to your parents, I'm not going to listen to you. And girls, they get really, scared. Am I getting sinful, Imam? So I said, no, you're not getting sinful. It's just like you want to pay zakat or you want to read namaz, you want to go hajj, and your parents said, you can't do that. I said, if you read namaz, you're going to become gunegar. I said, no, of course not. I have to read. I said, same goes here as well. It's your right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you right. What they are doing is wrong. You can't force your children to marry someone. Why? Because Allah knows after that they're going to start fighting. Allah knows, and of course through knowledge and all that's cause we know as well now. So how and what kind of relationship they are living with, girls they found us and they tell us, subhanallah. So that's the reason you cannot force. Now the responsibilities of a daughter. Now your responsibilities. Responsibility to cover herself. It is your responsibility. You know when I say responsibility, it's a duty. There is no, but Imam Sahib this and but this. Can I wear scarf at this time, at this time? When I come to masjid, I'll put the scarf on. When I read namaz, I'll put the scarf on. But when I go to wedding, all the snakes rolling down. Going to and khalare baal jaan lagin urde and every boy is watching you. This is where you're supposed to be covering yourself, because all the non-mahram, 1000 non-mahram are there. In masjid, no non-mahram is here. No one is watching you. You can take your scarf off. Of course, I'm sitting here now. But if you're sitting here, you take your scarf off, that's fine. When you have to put the scarf on, when you have scarf, basically when you have to cover yourself. Only 2 times. One, front of non-mahram. Second, when you read namaz. You don't have to cover yourself when you're reading Quran. You don't have to cover yourself when you're listening to azan. You don't have to cover yourself when you're doing zikr, duriyatuna jina, or whatever you do in anything. Only 2 times you have to cover yourself. One, when you're in front of non-mahram. Second, when you are reading namaz, because namaz covering sattar is obligatory upon you. You have to cover yourself. But I'm not encouraging you just take the scarf off and just walk like this and you don't read. When you're reading Quran, don't put the scarf on. It's more respectful. Of course, respectful. I'm talking about when it is obligatory upon you to put the scarf on. There's only 2 times, but you have to cover yourself. Girls go out school and they don't put the scarf on. Mothers force their daughters don't put the scarf on. Why? Because we're going to wedding. Maybe some boy or some parents they like you and they send the rishta. You got a scarf on. You look like a mai anyway. Yeah, you're discouraging someone to take the scarf on. Do you know what's going to happen? She will get guna anyway. She will become sinful. You will become sinful as well, because you are the one who taking the right of Allah away. This is right of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cover yourself. So you have to cover yourself. Acha, another one. You have to cover yourself properly. What is properly? Nowadays, have you seen those scarves? Half scarf. Scarf goes all the way. It starts from here. Half head. I'm like, your head starts. Your head starts from here. So, you know, Imam Sahib, my head starts from here. I think your scarf starts from here too. It's not a half scarf thing. If your half head is open, half head is uncovered, your namaz won't be accepted if you're reading. It's just drama you're playing with Sharia. There are 3 things. One is your half scarf. Then the way shaitan plays with you. Like, it's okay, have half scarf. It's okay, you're wearing scarf though. You are covering yourself, but half. You have clothes on, but let your sleeve come, do a quarter sleeve here. And you got trouser on, but let's just come down a little bit more above the ankles. और रकू कर दी है वो थोड़े ऊपर चढ़ देन वो सजदे जाती है ऊपर अत्ता याद पैंदी गोडे भी नजर आने लगे होंगे चलो कहानी मुक गई कोडियां तक शलवार गई है लाइक quarter length trousers haram quarter length your sleeves haram or see through sleeves haram because you can see skin. Can you wear full see through clothes? No, of course not. It makes sense. How come you are not covering yourself? Why mention at the start covering yourself? Only 3 things you can open. Otherwise, haram for you to open any other body part. One, your hand up to your wrist, you can open. Your feet up to your ankles and your face. What is face? Face starts from here. It starts from here. It goes all the way here. It don't go all the way here. But scarf and the gale sate hone ne ek choti leer talu sara empty. What scarf is this? You have to cover fully one earlobe to another earlobe, where normally hair grows from that to your chin. This is only face. And this is why you can open. You can't open all your body and then this where you go in all where. If your body is open, if you do Allahu Akbar like this and your abaya goes all the way here, how are you going to say Allahu Akbar then? So your sattar is open and you are here. You are here. Abaya goes down here. As soon as it says open for 3 times Subhanallah, 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 namaz breaks there and then. Your dupatta, many girls have seen, many aunties have seen. उन्होंने किया है शिफॉन का दुपट्टा शिफॉन जो भी आते हैं why the see through one they go on and the reading namaz you can clearly see head through that dupatta. If the blackish of your your hair are seen through that dupatta, your sattar is not completed. The namaz won't be accepted no matter how much you think your namaz is no it's okay Imam Sahib, it's okay, don't be extreme. I'm not being extreme. Sharia telling you, and this is basic, this is not extreme. punishment I read, I'm not going to say this hadith, but I read time ago, but whatever it is, it says that equal to every hair, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put hair of a fire wherever your hairs are. If a million hair, then a million fire hair will be, put in your head. And of course, when you're not covering satar, you're doing haram. You're doing haram, isn't it? When you commit haram, what's going to happen? So basically, that the woman who don't cover herself and open her hair, either half hair or full open, when they go out front of a non-mahram, then on the day of judgment, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put equal to, He will take all the hair off and put the hair of fire in your head. Basically, they will fire on your hair. That's what will happen. Basically, you are in hellfire. This is the punishment for the girl who don't cover herself. Plus another one, another hadith, Rasulullah says, the woman who leaves her house without satar and heavy makeup and she got clothes on her right, hair open, every step angels curse upon her until she covers herself or comes back in her house. Every step angel curse upon her. This is the hadith I gave to my wife. I never forced my wife to put the scarf on. This is the hadith I gave to my wife, she put the scarf on. She said, if this is the punishment, alhamdulillah, I'm going to cover myself. Yeah. Another, actually, the brother indicated towards that they are covering themselves but very tight. Abayas are so tight that they have to have another abaya on top of that. What is abaya? What is satar? Satar is, look at this hadith, Allah found in the Quran, ayat. O Prophet, tell your wife, daughters and the believing women that they should spread out their outer garments over them. Spread out their outer garments over themselves. So the person can't tell she's size 6 or she's size 20. You have to hide your body physique. Not your whole everything is out. That's wrong. That's not even satar. That's sakat haram. It's better for you to go and wear jeans which is really baggy. Baggy jeans is better than this abaya. Why this abaya is like, subhanallah, it's like you got nothing on. Rasulullah says a time will come when women will have clothes on, but it's like they have nothing on. They will have clothes on. It's like they are walking naked outside. No clothes at all. It's because of this. Because they will have clothes on, but the whole body shape is seen from outside. Physique is seen from outside. And tell the believers from among the women to lower their gaze, protect the private parts, and not to display the beauty except for what is apparent for them, and to draw their veils over their chests. Draw their veils, not to tight. Properly you throw veils on top of you. Not just cover your head and underneath you went tight. Cover your head. Girls, they think just covering your head is veil. Thallu jo marzi kaam chalta raha, drama laga raha thalla. No. You have to wear clothes properly. No tights. Yeah, you wanna wear tights, that's fine. Have a long, the maxi dress they call. If you got the dress on, long dress up to your ankles, underneath you got something on or nothing on, that's a different problem. But if you just have tights on, sakat haram. Can't do that. That's not covering yourself. That let's say trying to dodge Allah, but you can't dodge Allah. You are actually dodging yourself, and you will see on the day of judgment how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to treat you. Keep the dignity. That's your responsibility. Another one. She has a duty to keep the dignity of herself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, O wives of the Prophet, if you have fear of Allah, then do not be too soft in your speech. You cannot be soft in your speech. Hello, Shiraz. How are you? Yeah, my brother is in a home. It's okay. Oh, have you left the job? You haven't been around. You've been a very long time. What tanu kiya bhai, around or not around? Assalamu alaikum, Shiraz is in a home. Thank you, brother. Why are you leaving the way? Whenever a girl is going to be soft with boys, this one boy is going to see the way. If boy is getting closer to you, remember there is something wrong in you. There is definitely you showing some softness towards him. Girls have some kind of power, I'm telling you. You have a power, Allah give you power. Or you just say to boy, Qasam, even though he got 6 packs, he got popped up chest. You say, Oi! Your oi, subhanallah, it's like that bijli current nikli hai une. So boy is like, whoa, Baji, assalamu alaikum. And he leaves. So, when a boy is going to come, that means you're doing something. You're saying something through your eyes. The girls know how to, because I've got girls in this madrasa, 150 girls. I know when I'm teaching girls, they don't talk, but through their eyes, they tell the other girl the whole story. What actually happened in my school? Like they have some talent. They have, subhanallah. I like, they tell you the whole story through their, sign language, through the eyes. Don't have to do anything. Boys don't have that. Boys are, you're ucha bole na. Poor guys, they don't understand anything. But you can't have, the softness in your voice. Someone calls you, ji, assalamu alaikum. Okay, that's fine. I'll tell my dad. Ji, anything else? Assalamu alaikum. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. But don't tell them, oh, you okay, this and that. Yeah, your job and this and that. Oh. I hate this sound. I hate this sound. When girls do to boys, oh. Boy उत्थे melt हो जाता होता है. Otherwise ठीक है, कल मैं definitely phone करूँगा जिला मेरा दोस्त का आ रही होगा. When tomorrow I'm definitely gonna phone at the time when I'm definitely sure my friend is in a home. This is when I'm gonna do it. Why would you do that? Don't do. You're asking for trouble. Don't talk in flirty manner or even in a soft voice. You cannot talk in flirty manner. You cannot talk in soft voice. You asking for trouble. Taking care of her family. It is her duty to take care of her family in every way possible. Whether you are living with your parents, university campus, workplace, or you are married. No matter where you are, it is your responsibility to take care of your family. How are you going to take care of your family? Your daughter's in university campus. You go and pick her up. Or if she is there, she has to take, let's say, taxi or whatever safe way is. You come home. Wherever you are in a workplace. You cover yourself and then you go. Remember when girls have covered themselves. When you probably seen girls covering themselves walking on the road. You don't want to mess with them. You don't want to say to them. And boys, they're very respectfully, go past them. But girls, Asian girls, they got like, oh, Muslim girls, I'm talking Muslim girls, hair open. No one should show respect to you. Anyone come and mess with you. And actually they did a public experiment. They did public study. You can say public experiment on a video. They said we are going to send some boys, and the boys were actors and girls were actors as well. That we will see when boys come to help or the public come to help. Boys went to mess about with the girls who have hair open. No one came to help. No one came to help. When boys went to mess about with the girl with scarf on, 10 boys jumped in. 10 boys said, how dare you to talk to our sister like that? They said our sister like that. And that happened every time. They said we send our boy towards the girl, and girl by labor scared. 10 boys walked in. How dare you to talk to this girl like that? Because they feel that she is my responsibility. Allah gave me her responsibility to me as a Muslim ummah. But you have nothing on, then of course no one's going to come to save you. And you are married. When you are married, still you have to keep your dignity. Don't let no man come to your house. I mention this rule every time, that it is your responsibility to keep the respect of the house and dignity of the house when husband is in the home. Don't answer the phone who husband doesn't like. Don't let the man come in the house who your husband doesn't like. Loyal to her husband. She has to loyal to her husband after getting married, whether he is rich or poor. Woman says, yeah, but ye tak kuch kamanda hi nahi. Why? Ye tak kuch denda hi nahi. Until he is your husband, it is wajib upon you to respect him. He is not fulfilling your rights. He is getting gunagar. People say, but he is not fulfilling my rights. Okay, that's fine. He is not fulfilling your right. That doesn't mean that he is not going to get nothing. He will get punishment on the day of judgment. Definitely he will get. Woman says, normally when I get this phone call, but Imam Sahab, my husband was really bad. We were separated for 3 years and now he died. I don't want to do iddah for him. I don't want to do no iddah for him. I said, look, he was a worst person in this earth. Really bad with you. But you are not doing iddah for him. You are doing iddah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't do it for him, because iddah is mentioned in Quran. Allah says it's obligatory upon you. Don't do it for him. And say it to Allah. Ya Allah, if it was for him, I would have never done iddah. But because you told me, I'm just fulfilling this iddah because you told me in Quran and it is wajib upon me. As a ibadat, I'm doing my iddah. Do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to save yourself on the day of judgment. You don't get caught. So do it for yourself. Don't do it for the man. A guy complains that my husband is poor, it doesn't bring no money, but it is not in his control though. How can someone increase in sustenance, his raise, his job, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala hasn't even written for him? How is he going to do that? No matter how much you try, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala written for you, you're going to work as an Uber driver or working in a Tesco. No matter what degree college and medical college you go, you're going to end up there. Why? Because there's few things which are already written. Then if you're going to get Allah subhanahu written 20k in your Qismat a year, Allah will never give you the capacity of becoming a doctor. You know, people say, my son went to the college, but he didn't have capacity of getting there, but he failed. It's because Allah didn't let him. Because Allah wrote for him 20k, he becomes doctor, he's going to go to 40k. But Allah doesn't want to give him 40k, so Allah will keep him to the level. If your son, Allah wrote for you 80k, then Allah will give you the capacity of becoming a consultant. Allah will give you that capacity. Allah will give you that mind that he will become, you know, that person. Allah has not written for your husband anything. He will never get nothing. If Allah has written for your husband everything, he will get it, because that's his destiny. So you adjust however you can. Don't demand, heavy demand that you give me Sone da Lakat, let's go to holidays, this, and your husband can't afford it. What's going to happen? He's going to start doing haram things then. He's going to start earning haram. He will get gunegar. Why did not put the foot down? If my wife says, give me the Sone Lakat, I'm Maulvi, I'm Imam, why do you want me to bring the Lakat and Sone and all that stuff? Giving you an example, even just an example. It's not like I say to my wife. They have it, they don't share. Now, I think mentioned that yesterday, and you wasn't here. Husbands all, the question is, she's saying that husband has a lot of money, but he doesn't want to share with wife. He has a lot of wealth, but he doesn't want to share with wife. He doesn't have to. His money is not yours. You know, you probably watch those videos on TikTok. Wife's money is not husband's money. Husband's wealth is wife's wealth. And the wives are like, I'm so happy now. Koi happy nahi. Husband doesn't have to give you money. Only just that much that your expenses are fulfilled. House expenses, shelter is provided. Your clothes, definitely your clothes. Your shoes. Nowadays, chalo theek hai. Nail polish, surkhi. All these things, yes, it is his, because nowadays he needs as well of woman. Otherwise, many problems can create. So he has to provide these things, but when you say extra thing, he has to share his wealth with me. He doesn't have to share his, he got 20 cars. Yeah, it's a responsibility to give you car because you're going to go and pick your kids up. How are you going to go out in the raining and all that stuff? He has to give you one car if he can afford. But if you've got 19 of the cars, it doesn't have to give you 20 more. Because he has in his possession, he has to give me. No. Husband has only responsibility to give you so you can live easy life. Let's say you can live easy life, he can give you. Yeah, but it looks nice as well. But if he has a lot of money, take you on holidays, umrah, this stuff, it is good to do that. If he's not taking, he's not becoming sinful though. Another one is loyal to your husband is that don't tell his secrets to your parents. And same goes with the husband as well. He should not be telling secrets. This is the beautiful way of living your beautiful life. When you start showing and telling your secrets to others, this is when problem starts. Husband, they start going to their sisters and telling them secrets. Don't even tell your sisters, I'm telling you. This is where problems start. Then they will go and tell your mother. This is when it starts going out and out and out. And then everyone start hating that girl in the family. When Eid party is going to come, everyone going to look at her like that. That's what she did. And that poor girl doesn't even know what's happening. And this is a rebirth. This is a rebirth. And Allah will get you on the day of judgment. You cannot talk to your even sisters about your wife. You cannot talk to your mom about your wife. Yes, if you do, or if you are sincere to sort out the fight in your family, go talk to your wife. And then if you really want, and you know my mom is a sensible person, my dad is a sensible person, my sister is a sensible person, they will finish the fight. They have done that before in the past as well. Then you go and take advice from them. But don't tell them the whole story. But I always suggest never go to your parents. Nowadays, do you know why? Because they will always take your side. Naturally, they'll take your side. If they are good parents, then alhamdulillah, you go to them. They don't take side. Their favoritism is going on. Otherwise, they always say, go to a neutral person who doesn't know you and he doesn't know the girl as well. Then he will call both of you in front of you, like it happened many times in my office. Whenever I always call people. Birmingham, people come to me from Birmingham. People come to me from Sheffield. I'm contacted from Ashton, and they say, I want to come, Mom Sahib, just so we can sit down, me and husband. I said, when you come to me, don't expect that I'm going to finish your fight. Doctor cannot heal your wound, and we cannot finish your fight. What doctor do? They diagnose your problem, then they give you the medicine. They say go home and work on it now. If you got cold, stay away from these things and use this medicine, inshallah you'll be okay. Same goes with us. We'll diagnose the problem by you tell me your side, you tell me your side. Yes, brother, you are the one who's messing about. Oh, don't, no, sister, you are the one who's messing about. In this way, you have more, hand in all these problems, not him. So you both go and now work on it. If you start working on it properly, this is when the problem will finish. Otherwise, nothing gonna happen. Don't tell your secrets to others. Otherwise, people nowadays, they take it one. No one wants to see you happy. No one wants anyone to see you happy. They want, whenever you're happy, really happy, when you post something, deep down they think, no, why I'm not happy? First of all, they give you evil eye. Second, when you fight deep down, I'm telling you, say with it, deep down they get so happy. Deep down they get happy. No, I'm your sister, I'm your daughter, this and that. No, deep down they do get happy. A little bit, but they do get happy when you fight. Acha ji, know your boundaries, and I think after that we're gonna finish. Yep. Know your boundaries, girls. She has to be in limits when it's matter of non-mahram. You are in high school, college, uni, workplace, wherever you are, Eid party, know your boundaries. You cannot, freely talk to non-mahram, even though they are your cousins. You cannot freely talk to them. Don't give, if you're going to marry someone, that's a different thing. Then I'm definitely going to marry him. So chalo theek hai, little bit talk, not too much, little bit talk. And then in the presence of your elders, not on your own. You can't go in separate room, non-mahram girl, non-mahram boy. So you have to be very careful when you're working place. You have to be very careful when you're in university. Otherwise, the man, your intentions are clean. Your intentions are clean. But the boy can take it the wrong way. And that happened many times. Boys are, blackmailing the husband. Now, I want to marry your wife, you have to leave this girl. And then many other problems can create. Many of the problems. Prophet said, beware when a non-mahram man is alone with a woman, then the third amongst them is shaitan. I mentioned it many times. These were some rights and duties of daughters according to Islam that every Muslim girl should know and fulfill. Your rights and your responsibilities. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all our daughters and sisters and bless them, and mainly bless them in the month of Ramadan. If they are not covering themselves, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them the strength of iman that they start covering themselves, and they cover themselves on the day of Eid as well properly. If they are non-mahram in front of you, of course. If you don't know non-mahram, then you don't have to cover yourself. ठीक है जी, ज़ाकल्लाहु खैर, आमीन. अस्सलामु अलैकुम रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू. ठीक है जी. Yes. Yeah, question. So brother is questioning that the sister, she is educated, she has a job, she has everything, and now parents are saying you have to give us back. जी. वालेकुम सलाम. मैं देता हूँ, अब इनसे ले लें, उससे ले लें. उनके पास नंबर, फोन नंबर है मेरा. ठीक, अब उनसे नंबर ले लें तो फिर number. Don't give the private one. Yeah, my masjid number, not the private number. नहीं, मेरे पास ही आएगा. मस्जिद नंबर नहीं, उसने गलत कहा. मस्जिद नंबर है मेरा ही, वही नंबर. हाँ, मेरा नंबर है. अच्छा, the question brother asked that now daughter is educated. She is a 804 at the end. Yeah, that's one, 808. That's the one. Right, so Acha, give me the number. Give me the phone. Give me the phone. Acha ji, if anyone wants to contact me to messages, you can take this number down. Any question you have, I have about 400, 500 questions. They always asking me, question. But make sure you give me your name and your city name. Never phone me. You have to book an appointment with me to phone. I never answer my phone. You have to book an appointment. Send me message, only WhatsApp. So the phone number is 07899 074 808. This is the number I've given to everyone out there. You can ask whatever question you want to ask according to religious or parents. They want to phone me, or children, or anything, marriage counseling, parent counseling, anything. You can phone me and you can book an appointment with me if you want to phone me through WhatsApp, and always send me your name and the city name so that I know that who am I talking to, because I have 20 Hinas, 20 Ismails in the list. I don't know which Hina I'm talking to. You have to give me the city name as well. So brother asks if sister, Husna, can you just go to the back there, because I can't hear. So if your brother asks if daughter is educated, she got a job as well, now does she have to provide towards the parents? Yes, it's good, even though it is daughter's responsibility and it's son's responsibility. Parents, if sons are there, son have to give towards their parents and look after their parents. If sons are not there, it is daughter's responsibility to look after their parents, even though she got married. Husband needs to understand daughter's responsibility that you have to look after your parents, and if she is living with them, then it is her responsibility to look after them. But brother is asking, they expect her to pay for everything. If they have money, they have to pay for their expenses. Daughter is not like she has to pay for every single thing. No. If they have money, they have to do it. But if they don't have no money, then daughter can only pay towards their important and urgent needs, necessity of this world, necessities. That's all she has to pay. Otherwise, she says, no, I can't give you. That's what she wants to save. Daughters nowadays, the time is going on. She needs to get married to. Parents can't earn anything. She got no brothers, no money is there. Now she can save money, put committee or something. Then fine, I'm saving for my house as well, because my husband is going to come in the future. I want to get married and I have to save for wedding as well, nikah or something. So not all of the money, not all of the money. I think I should stop here. They're asking me to finish that.